Welcome back to the Life on Limiter YouTube channel where we're installing a two-step. So we're going to have lots of limiter on this Denali today. Holley Performance sent out this two-step for me to install on the Denali, as well as welding the diff and cutting off the exhaust, because right now it sounds like a hybrid. If you guys haven't been following the Denali build, we installed a NV3500 manual transmission, as well as my angle kit, coilovers, upper and lower control arms, different wheels, did paint on the front, a bunch of stuff. So it's going pretty good. We're just slamming this thing out. We're gonna have this thing drifting before long. And lastly, we're gonna do the hydro, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to that today. As far as the two-step install goes, it's super easy, plug and play. I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than this. Shout out to Holley again for making a good product. I've used these before. Code Red has one. It's rowdy. The two-step, obviously, with any two-step, you can change the RPM that you want it to end at or hit the limiter. So we might do a few different settings just to see where we like it. Also, you might have noticed I got black wheels on this side and white wheels on this side. Let me know in the comments what you think I should run. Maybe I should run white on one side and black on the other. I don't know. A quick rundown on the Denali. It is a 2002. I bought it bone stock minus a cold air intake. Just been hammering out mods on this thing. Just trying to get this thing all the way done so we can go have some fun. It's got a 6-liter from the factory, automatic transmission, obviously. We swapped a manual in one of the previous videos. And it's about ready for some more power, but first we're gonna go have a little fun. And before we do the two-step install, I'm actually going to cut off the exhaust. We need this thing sounding at least somewhat loud. I don't want it to be too loud, so first of all I'm gonna cut one side, or I'm gonna disconnect one side before the muffler and see how that sounds. If it's not quite loud enough, I'm gonna just cut both sides off right before the muffler. I don't want it to be too nasty sounding, like raspy, so if I have to, I can put some sort of muffler on it. But yeah, let's get to cutting. I'll rev it up right here, let you know how it sounds bone stock before we cut the muffler off. Well, shoot, that ain't too bad. I got one of the pipes disconnected, so it's running, you know, one through the muffler and then one straight through. We got this all disconnected back here, and see how it sounds. Straight pipe, no muffler. And that was straight pipe, no muffler. Still has the cats, no muffler. Well guys, I think I might just delete the muffler and the pipe out the back. Obviously I can always run something else, run an aftermarket muffler, but for now I think I'm gonna take the muffler all the way out of there. It's big and bulky, and yeah, sounds all right. Wasn't super raspy, so that was my big concern. It's kind of sounds like an old school truck, but yeah, that'll do. It's time to pull that cover and weld the diff. Let's go, boys. So this is a factory locker setup on this thing, but it's just garbage because this guy spins around and around, and once it goes fast enough, it opens up, hits this. And over here, I don't know if you can see it, there's some gears right up in there. Basically stops that guy, stops the whole gear there, and then locks. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind this guy and this guy out of here so I can get some weld in there and weld her out. And these guys are taken out. Gotta make sure there's no other pieces in there, and then now I got plenty of room to weld this thing out. Guys, I'm not super proud of this. It's freaking hard to get in here and weld these, but we'll see if it holds. Slap it back together. Well, got it all buttoned up. Time to fill it up with fluid. I'm gonna go up with the coilovers just a little bit. And yeah, two-step time. Braden's gonna get a video of the factory RPM. It's kind of like it's not even a rev limiter, it's a fuel cut. So here it is. All right, so super simple. There's plugins. They go to your coil packs, two on each side. You basically unplug the factory on each side, plug in this, and then plug in this to the other side. It's super simple. This guy here plugs in, and you run this to a ground. So anywhere on the frame or anything. The way that you know, it'll light up here, so you'll know it's active. So we're just gonna throw this thing on there and see if it works. It's freaking raining on me, but doesn't matter which side you go on. We'll put the longer side on the passenger, shorter side on the driver, because this guy's going to be on the driver. I just put a ground right there. Basically, you just unplug this, plug this guy into here, this guy into here, and you're done. So as you guys can see with the ignition on, you have the light there. Probably move this somewhere else. This is just for right now. I gotta bring the boy to baseball practice. So we're gonna get this thing done, make sure it works, and then go for a rip. Got this thing set to 5,500 right now. Let's hear the pops and bangs. Raise it to like 6,000. Give it a little 2-3 here. Not too bad, not too bad. It gets up and goes. With these 3500s, they like to grenade transmission, so you got to be easy on them, but you know, sometimes you got to get it in there. We're getting there, folks, we're getting there. So after taking it for a test drive, I kind of realized that the rear end was doing a few things that I didn't like. One, it was bouncy, so it was the back end. If you were taking a corner, it would kind of hop and bounce, and I didn't really like that, so I was kind of brainstorming what I needed to do to the rear end, and I figured there's a couple things I can do. When these things are lowered, basically the control arms, since you're lowering the back rear end up, the control arms are now sitting like this. So what I did was the bottom control arm where it hits the rear end, I actually brought it down so it's more straight with the front. I think that's going to help a lot, and while doing that, it actually turns, also the rear end was a little high, so it basically turned the rear end forward so that the pinion is nice and straight with the trans now. Also, by turning that rear end, the coilovers now went up in the back. On the bottom point, it went up, so they're probably 2 inches higher. So I actually was able to back out the coilovers. I've been going up and down on these things like 100 times, but basically I could tell that there was no travel in the coilover because it was so tight, trying to get that ride height up a little bit, that it was just bouncy. So basically I needed to loosen it up, get it to sag down a little bit, but also pick up that pickup point because I didn't want to be any lower. I wanted to be a little higher, if anything. So let me show you what's going on. I know it's a bunch of nerdy stuff, and I'm not really a nerd, so bear with me. All right, so you can even tell right now it's still not ideal. It's not terrible. It was a lot worse. So basically, there is a factory hole. I actually brought the hole down and forward. So basically, the rear side of this lower control arm is now down, and the rear end got pushed back. So the pinion angle is a lot better. It's really hard to see, but it was pointed up pretty good. Now it's pretty straight. And also, on the back here, it tilted the whole rear end up so that the coilover mount, this is higher, so effectively giving me a higher ride height. So what I was able to do was turn the spring down all the way almost to the bottom, you can see. And now when I set the car down, it has a lot more travel. Before I could tell it was actually maxed out. So like I'd jump on the back end and it would go down and hit the bump stop coming back up. So it was really tight in here and I didn't like that. So these are all the way soft. This is all the way down so that I can have a lot of good travel here. And everything should work out nice. So I wanted to get the rear end up a little bit more. So basically right now, I believe, we'll see, but the back should be about a ½ inch higher than the front, which is where I want to be. So I still haven't even gave this thing a wash yet. I should probably do that. Front to back, the back's a ½ inch higher right now. And so, you know, if I put stuff in the back, whatever, it's going to be about level. But right now it's just sitting premium. And it has travel finally up and down. What's that, dude? Basically, when you jump on the back of this, you can actually notice the thing goes up and down smoothly. Before it was hitting stuff, it was binding, it was not good. So now it's actually working properly. So I think I got it all figured out. By saying I got it all figured out, I have no clue. I'm just assuming it's going to be better than before. So let's take it for a rip. Should we take it for a rip, dude? Yeah. Vroom, vroom. Yeah, she was sitting a while. Got some build up there. This whole thing needs a bath, so let's give her a bath real quick. I'm actually trying to wait till it rains so that I can go kind of test it out, not on the dry, because obviously it's a lot easier on wet, and I want to see how the angle is and see how the two-step hits and whatnot. So yeah, let's get some rain, guys. Oh yeah, bud. It's a whole different color now. It was like getting mossy. Probably hasn't been washed in a couple of years. I'm just sweating. I just spent the last hour scrubbing the entire thing. Whew. That's a freaking workout. You can see The whole thing was kind of like this. Like, there's just buildup. And it's really hard to get off. So, just scrubbed as much of it as I could off. It's a whole different color, doggone it. Shee-wee, looking fresh. This thing's actually pretty clean. You realize how clean or not clean your vehicle is when you give it the first wash. Because usually you don't really look at it that close, but when you're washing it, you can pretty much see everything up close. This thing's actually, for a $500 Denali, it is very, very clean. The only dents that I can see, I mean, the only thing that's real noticeable is right here. This ding. But I just don't even care because drift Denali. Well, the rain is upon us. Dark clouds. And it's dumping right over there, so let's go hit it. Finally go whip some cookies and kind of test it out. Man, this thing's driving so much better. Oh yeah. No bouncy. Oh man. This thing's premium, bro. I love this thing, guys. I freaking love it. Oh yeah. That rev limiter is spicy. Oh man. It's just good, guys. I love this thing. Best daily, best $500 beater, best drift build ever. Well, my brother was kind enough to let me use his asphalt pad to see if this thing ripped, so do some cookies here. Pretty grippy or decently grippy. Guys, this thing is a freaking weapon. Like, it's just so good. I was really nervous before I did the re-drilled the control arms because it was so bouncy. It was kind of hopping and just not good. But after doing those cookies and sliding it around, it's freaking good, guys. It's freaking good. Daggum. The boys at CSS say I can use the lot, test out the Denali, so let's see what it does.
How many years ago when they laid the asphalt?
Well, guys, I think I got my new burnout spot. That was pretty fun. The boys were all about it. They're into wheeling and whatnot, so that's pretty sick. Well, that two-step is working out pretty good. Angle kit's working good. Well, the diff is working good. Coilovers, all the things are all working properly. This thing is a blast, and it's probably the best daily ever. Pretty excited to get the hydro e-brake in and add some more power to this thing and probably start breaking some parts. As it sits though, even with, you know, the tune not being super good, this thing freaking, it yanks. Second, third gear. It's very surprising how quick this thing is. We got some surprises coming up on this Denali build, so stay tuned. It's gonna be, let's just say things are gonna start getting rowdy around here. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, live life on limiter.